Alrighty, welcome to my 23rd of September 2014 Star Citizen stream. If you guys noticed, I missed out on the 21st September stream. The reason for that was I wasn't feeling that crash hot and I was asleep. I was having a nap before I was actually going to start the stream. And then I slept straight through my alarm and didn't wake up until quite a few hours later. So, that's why I didn't do the stream. Still in my Southland hangar, still haven't gotten any new ships yet. However, progress on my acquisition of updated hardware for my computer. I've got a new motherboard on the way, and I've got, in the next couple of weeks I'll be able to purchase my upgraded CPU. And from there, with the newly upgraded stuff, the newly upgraded hardware, the motherboard and CPU, I'll be able to transfer the majority of the stuff that I've got on my current computer across to that and then do the slow upgrade over time so that I'm able to actually stream a lot better, so that I'll be able to keep up with Star Citizens as it's upgrading, as it's going through its alphas and the modules coming out. I'll be able to run them. At the moment I'm just doing a quick walk around. Haven't really tried getting into the multiplayer side too much still, because I'm still getting that lag. The lag that I'm getting is insane. One thing I have been focusing on doing though is racing. Currently there's a post on the RSI forums, a racing post it's a time attack competition, and it's for the fastest times that per ship on the old Vanderfall match, track. So I've been trying to do my best on that. I believe my last stream I finally got under 1 minute 30 with a 1 minute 28 time. Well, I've kind of smashed that now. I'm now regularly hitting under 125. I think my best time so far is 1 minute 24 and 42 hundredths of a second, which, you know, is pretty good, but not good enough. Best time to beat is 1 minute 23 and 99 hundredths of a second. So that's the time that I'm currently striving for, and I can tell you right now, it's not easy. I've probably done hours and hours and hours worth of laps around that one course, just trying to perfect the turns so that I get the best turns and I'm able to get the best time possible. And I've gotten a lot better at that track. You know, I'm pretty confident that if I went into a multiplayer match, depending on who I'm racing, but if I'm racing other 300Is, you know, I'll give them a really good run for their money. If they're in like a 350R or M50, then I got no chance, but, you know, anything like either a Hornet or a Aurora, definitely an Aurora I'll kick the shit out of. That's because they're a slow ship. Doesn't matter how good of a pilot you are, you just can't keep up with the speed of the 300i. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to set myself up. I'm going to set myself up to do a warm-up of Vandal Swarm. I actually haven't done Vandal Swarm for a couple of days. I've been neglecting it. Oh, what's going on here? Actually, that's something that I've been noticing a lot the last couple of days. I don't know, it must be a new feature of the patch, but if I pull like weapons and that off anything, like the M3A laser and the 2B mount, the class 2B mount that's supposed to be on it, aren't there. But I had taken them off a couple of days ago. They should be here somewhere. Or they might actually be on the 300i. What I'll do is I'll pull the bulldogs off my Legionnaire. So yeah, my 300i has been a bit funky lately. Not in a bad way, just I've noticed that the weapon sets on them aren't the stock's weapon set, so I don't know what's up with that. There's the 2B mount. There's the other one. Now the reason why I run 2B mounts is because 2B mounts are gimbaled. They actually will move with your green gradicle. And whilst I fly in relative mode with keyboard and mouse, having those weapons gimbal actually helps a bit with their aiming, because once you get the gradicle on the lead target indicator, the weapons start gimbling a bit better. And they do have a small amount of aim assist, just not a lot. So right there I am, I'm rocking 1, 2, 3 bulldog repeaters. I don't think you guys can see the cursor. Interesting. Must be a setting on OBS that's disabling it. But I've got 3 bulldogs there. The wings are mounted on class 2B weapon mounts, and the nose is a class 1A mount, which is a fixed mount, which I'm fine with, because wherever I point the ship is wherever it's going to shoot anyway. So yeah, 300i, good to go. Let's tab out of this. Now, let's get into a Vandal Swarm match. I should try the Aurora with 2B mounts on it, or if it could have 2B mounts put on it. You know, if it could, I might try it out with a couple of bulldogs and 2B mounts and give Vandal Swarm a go. If you guys haven't been keeping up with CIG's latest news, this week they'll be showing concepts of a new ship that haven't been seen yet. So looking forward to that. Reverse of correction around the verse, which will be on in a couple of days' time. We'll be showcasing that ship. Apparently there'll be a sale starting soon as well, within the next week or so, of that ship that's gone through its concept. And when they talk about concept, they're talking about Chris Roberts approved concept. So Chris Roberts, like, it's in its final concept stages. I'll just wait until that McDonald's tune goes past. Chris Roberts has approved the final concept, and it's going to start going into its modelling phase and all that good stuff. So yeah, looking forward to seeing what that's going to be. Not as much as I'm looking forward to getting a new motherboard and CPU, but it's coming. Gotta be patient. Alright, here we go.
Origin jump works at your service.
I've noticed a couple of times I've been getting CPU lag when I've been trying to stream, or when I've been trying to
Warning. There are
record.
cells inbound.
still love that intro. And I imagine it's only going to get better.
Scan initiated.
300I combat mode engaged.
Scan initiated.
Oh, here we go. This one. Yeah, I try not to go full speed into combat anymore.
Proximity alert.
Wow, look at that lag. There's the booster.
Warning. You are approaching.
Once I kill this, once I kill this one, I'm gonna quickly change the audio settings.
Eliminated.
Right, time to change those audio settings. I'm gonna slow down a bit. One thing I've been noticing as well is I've been getting a bit of keyboard lag as well. Only since this patch came out. Alrighty.
At 75% strength.
Alright, nice, got him finally. It only took 4.5 minutes, that's not too bad. I think my fastest wave 1 lap since 0.9 was like 2.5 minutes. And the funniest part was, I didn't actually get a kill. It was Warlord and Vixen that killed them all. So yeah, says a lot about the new patch.
Scan initiated.
One thing I don't like about Vandal Swarm is getting into these stupid turning matches. So I've been keeping up with the RSI forums. I've been seeing quite a few good posts lately. One of them was by Ian, something like that, the Cat McKetton, and it was about like updating the targeting UI so that you get rid of that inner circle. Or was it like the outer circle? I can't remember. It was a good post though. Removes a lot of the clutter from the targeting indicator though. Or the tracking of the target.
Initiated. Hostile eliminated.
I'm going to quickly regroup my weapons.
Proximity alert.
And it's quite funny actually how quickly you can regroup your weapons now, it's good. And I did that all with keyboard. So I've reset all the weapons, or I've reset my weapons so that they all fire on the second mouse button. That way I can talk and shoot at the same time. So I use my middle mouse button as push to talk. Yeah, the targeting UI that
You are approaching simulation boundary.
McKetton was actually suggesting that CIG convert to is one that is a bit more simplified, and that the lead target indicator kind of stays the same. Probably, hopefully there's an improvement there. But the direction of the craft is actually displayed on the ring, the targeting ring. So instead of there being two, there'll only be one. That's what he's suggesting. And when I saw it, it made a lot of sense. You know, like, I don't like a cluttered UI. I don't like a cluttered HUD. You know, in my eyes, those two rings don't mean much to me. You know, it's kind of a waste. You know, I see one as being sufficient. What I think should happen is, like, those rings, you know, as you get further away they expand, and as you get closer they contract. That's just me.
You are approaching simulation boundaries.
So, just trying to stay on top of this vandal here. It's gonna be a pain. As you can see, volume of fire is just more important now. Which is kind of funny because that's kind of like how warfare works when you try to hit something with a small, moving fast target. Just throw a wall of bullets at it.
Proximity alert.
Okay, that was Warlord dying. I don't know what got him. Now I've turned the gamma, well I think I've turned the gamma settings down slightly, but I can't really tell sometimes. No, like, it is a little bit darker I think, but like when it goes over bright spots, like, I just can't see anything. It's ridiculous. Finally. There was another post actually that I saw in the RSI forums that was pretty good. Another post in the RSI forums that I saw that I thought was pretty good. I can't remember the guy's name, but he was showing a different field of view.
Scan initiated.
And I believe it was a 90-degree field of view, and you saw, like, he was in a Hornet, and you saw way more of the cockpit. You could see heaps more of everything, really. And to be honest, I think that's what we kind of need. I'm not a big fan of this, the way that this looks. Feels like the pilot's head is pushed all the way forward. That thing was directly in front of me and I couldn't hit it. This is one of the reasons why I hate Vandal Swarm. So all I feel like I'm doing is just flying around in tight little circles just trying to hit these stupid things.
Stern shielding at AEST.
Finally.
Depleted. Scan initiated. Hostile eliminated. Refreshing shields. Initiated. Hostile eliminated.
Warning. You are approaching simulation boundary. Lost.
Hostile eliminated.
Those are some new sounds. Vixen died too. Guess I'll have to kill all the enemy now.
You are approaching simulation boundary. Warning. You are approaching simulation boundary.
Hostile eliminated.
Wow, I don't know how I jagged that shot.
Elite units eliminated. Warning. There are multiple hostiles inbound.
Contact. Scan initiated.
the AI's managed to kill a Vandal before I have.
Proximity alert. Refreshing shields.
Killed another one. At this rate, I'm not going to have to do anything.
Zero hostile contacts remaining.
Wow. Pretty sure she killed all three of the Vandal, and one of them went out of bounds and died.
Contact. Scan initiated. Initiated.
Pretty sure I shot his engine out then.
Scan initiated. Proximity alert. Initiated. Hostile eliminated. Scan initiated.
Starting to use the radar a bit more as well. Getting better at it slowly. I like the new radar setup. I think they need to keep that.
You are approaching simulation boundary. Warning. 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 You are approaching simulation boundary.
Yeah, I'm getting tired of this.
Achieved missile
Warning.
launch. Start
Approaching
shooting
simulation
AEST.
boundary.
What is it?
Achieved missile launch. Upgrade your strength. Starship activated. Achieved missile launch.
I'm just using my missiles now because after I kill this last one, I'm just gonna quit.
Eliminated.
half an hour's long enough of this crap.
6 hostile contacts remaining.
You can't stand Vandal Swarm, those types of horde mode games where you just sit there and kill wave after wave. Like, it would be, or like, I wouldn't mind doing it if I was getting something out of it. But I'm not, so what's the point? Hopefully, by version 1, they'll have implemented the Arena Commander credit system, where you'll be able to earn Arena Commander credits by playing Arena Commander. And you'll be able to unlock ships and weapons and other cool stuff through Arena Commander for use in Arena Commander only. You gotta always remember to put that caveat on there, because there are some people out there that want to be able to earn UEC in Arena Commander. That applies to the persistent universe, and personally I don't agree with that. You could justify it now since the persistent universe module isn't out yet, but I don't really see the point. You know, like, people complaining about ships being limited and not being limited, which is kind of what happened with the 350R and the M50. Like, those complaints there didn't really faze me, because one, I couldn't afford either of the ships if I wanted them. And two, like, people are saying, oh, you know, they need to be limited. You said that they were going to be limited, and the funny thing is about the ships is, everyone's going to be able to get them once the persistent universe goes live. So, you know, wanting that limited ship is it's only limited until the persistent universe is released. Technically, it'll only be limited until they implement the Arena Commander credit system. You know, then everybody will be able to get access to, you know, an M50 or a 350R. It'll just, you know, they'll just have to earn it. And the same with the persistent universe side of things. Oh, CPU was taking a few hits there. So, give me a second, I want to play with the volumes. Oh no, it's fine. I just got to speak up a bit louder. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into doing a bit of racing, because I enjoy racing at the moment, because it's something that I can do that's not killing my frame rates, and it's better than Vandal Swarm in my opinion. So I don't need to go to that. Can't wait until I can fly my Avenger. Now don't know how well this is going to handle streaming and racing at the same time. I know I've done it before, but with what I'm trying to achieve by getting the best time possible, like, I end up having to close a lot of programs and you know, trying to free up as much CPU power as possible so I don't get lag in the game. So this is a track, the old Vandervol. I have to remember that name. The old Vandervol track. And the fastest time to beat in a 300i at the moment is 1 minute 23 seconds and 99 hundredths of a second. Second best, I believe, is 1 minute 24 15 hundredths of a second. And my fastest time so far has been 1 minute 24 and 42 hundredths of a second, so I'm getting close. Like, when I started like 5 days ago trying to beat this time, you know, like, getting under 1 minute 30 was the best I could do, and then, you know, over time, like, I've only been able to get under 1 minute 25 recently, probably like 2 or 3 days ago. Yeah, only just then. So we'll launch this game, and while we're waiting I'll just talk your ears off more. So yeah, the old Vandervol track, the time that I'm after is under 1 minute 23 and 99 hundredths of a second. To be quite honest, I don't know how I'm going to pull it off. Like, the second checkpoint on this track is supposed to go into a massive U-turn, but the way that you actually take it is you actually do a loop and you cut under most of the apartments and you go from checkpoint 2 pretty much straight to checkpoint 3. And the only way that you can really pull that off is by not losing any speed at all. Like I've been doing these like pretty much I can now gauge on how close I'll get to beating my own time by the checkpoint that I've gone through. Like if I don't get through the first checkpoint, through the third checkpoint in under 21 seconds, then the time is going to be more than 1 minute 25. But if I get through that checkpoint in under 21 seconds, the closest I get to the shorter end of 20 seconds or 19 seconds, then the quicker my lap time will be. And I believe it's pretty much that second turn that costs you the most, and then after that it's like just trying to shave time by going through all three of the other checkpoints as close to the next turn as possible, which is not easy. Alright, so here we go.
Core system operational.
Now use the first lap as a bit of a warm-up lap.
3, 2, 1, go.
G safe and com stab disabled. Relative mode engaged.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Weapon system
Checkpoint.
has received catastrophic damage.
Well, I lost a wing by the looks of it.
Checkpoint.
Oh, losing the same wing again. The unfortunate thing is I can't really fly and talk at the same time because my push to talk button. Actually, I should be able to, but I'm not very good at it at the moment. Haven't had a lot of practice.
Checkpoint.
Now I've noticed that sometimes if I boost and turn at the right time, it will actually increase my speed a little bit more than what it normally would. Oh,
Stand by
yeah.
for
Weapon
reintegration.
system has received
G safe and com stab disabled.
at your service.
Relative mode engaged.
System
Now I'm not going to
operational.
do too much racing because you guys will get bored of that because I can sit here for an hour or more just doing laps over and over again, just trying to perfect the turns. And another reason kind of solidified why I shouldn't get track IR. I'm going to try and make my own though, but one reason why I'm not going to bother spending money on a track IR is like when I'm going through some of those tight turns, I actually duck with it, which is kind of frustrating and funny at the same time. Because I don't want to, but I do it anyway. So this turn's a big one. Okay, this one's a good one. I'm just gonna make sure now that I don't stuff up the rest of it. Okay, that was a bad turn. Slowed down. Pretty much you want to stay at top speed the whole way through. You know, stay as close to 220 as much as possible. That's what I found the best way of doing it. Try and get your turns as close to the edges of the, what's it called, as possible as well. As close to the edges of the checkpoints. And you want to go in as much of a straight line as possible. Fortunately, because I'm flying in relative mode, it's a bit difficult to pull off. There it is, sub 125. Not my best time, but good. was a bad turn. I'll be cutting it close. If I'm able to keep the turns good for the rest of the race. That one wasn't too bad. It was a lot better than the previous one. If I'm able to keep the rest of the turns good for the rest of the track now, I should be able to get a sub 125 again. Should. Okay, no. Screwed myself over.
Weapons system has received catastrophic damage.
Just gonna blow up here.
Weapons system has received catastrophic damage.
And apparently it won't let me die. Whoa. Alright, clearly some of these buildings haven't got their proper mesh colliders on. There we go.
Weapons system has
Respawning. G-Safe and
Origin
Com
jump
Scab
works
disabled.
at your service.
Relative
Core
mode
system
engaged.
I'm just gonna reset this lap. If you guys didn't know, like, you don't actually have to finish the track every single time to get a new lap started. You can, if you don't like the lap that you're doing, the lap time, you can always just stop halfway through, just go back to the start point, flow through the start, and it starts again. It'll tell you going in the wrong direction, but it doesn't matter. See?
Weapons system has received catastrophic damage.
Two bad
Weapons
turns.
system. Weapons system.
Brace for ejection.
Thrusters.
Respawning.
Stand by for reintegration. Stand by
Respawning.
for reintegration.
G-Safe and
Origin
Com
jump
Scab
works at your
disabled.
service.
So I'm just gonna
Relative
reset the
mode
lap again.
engaged.
Operational.
I'm not gonna do this too often now. I'll try and get one more good lap in, and then after that I'm gonna might try something else. Might try a different track.
Weapons system
Wow.
has received catastrophic damage.
Yeah, I'm on fire at the moment. Call that one close. Oh, this could still be a good time, even with that collision. I had a good turn then, actually. But that's just it, like, that's what you need to try and do, is, like, as close as you can, like that second turn, I need to try and practice doing that one over and over again now. There we go. You guys just saw the, oh, hopefully you did. The, speed there went up instead of down. Went up, then it quickly went back down to even itself out, but it's alright. Oh no. Well, still going, still going, still going. Oh, I'm sliding. That cost me. You want to try and fly as straight as possible. Unfortunately, because I'm flying in relative mode, it's not very good for me. Oh! Second best time for me. Even with a collision.
Weapons system
No.
has received
Alright.
catastrophic damage.
I was going to try and do another lap to see if I could pull it off again, but clearly not. So what I'll do is I'll quit this match. Oh no, I might try and get into a multiplayer race actually and see how I do. Because one thing that I've only tried getting into multiplayer races a couple of times and I haven't been successful, and from what I've heard from a few people in the forums and on YouTube is that, you know, the multiplayer races aren't that populated, and they're not working that great. So, you know, like sometimes like 3 out of 5 of the matches that you'll try and connect to don't work out. So I'm going to try and connect. I'm going to try and connect onto a race, because I don't think I'll be able to keep up with fighting other people. One of the things that I'm going to do as well is I'm changing up my overlay for the channel. I'm going to make it a bit more simpler, because I'm not a big fan of it. One of those bars there I don't even need, really. So I'm just going to make it like full screen again, and I'm just going to have the chat as a small little chat area so that you guys can see more of the game as opposed to more of my overlay. I'll be keeping some things like the Mongrel skull will be staying in, won't be in, like embossed in that metal there. It'll be like a, what is it? It'll be the original Mongrel icon with a bit of opacity on it. Oh, my CPU's bugging out. It does that when I'm loading into a new area. What I was saying before though, like my overlay, I'm going to switch that up, revert back to a more simpler one, change the, we'll go back to the original Mongrel skull that's got a bit of opacity on it. So I'm going to try a multiplayer race now. As far as I'm aware, private matches aren't working properly the way that they're supposed to yet. So, yeah, we'll see how we go. Okay, I'm just going to try and get straight into this match. If you want to know what the match ID is, it's WZWZ. Correction, it's VZWZ HK9Z5B. So VZWZ HK9Z5B. That's the match that I'm going into. I'm going to type it out because I've got to tab out and type it, and it's a bit of a pain.
Origin Jump Works at your service.
Alright, so I'm in a match. We'll see if I get another player showing up.
G safe and com stab disabled. Relative mode engaged.
Alright, apparently that won't let me set my things up. Warning, trip hazard. all the way up there. Trip hazards, eh? I don't understand how they're going to be trip hazards if they're on the ceiling. That's interesting. Is that like... Like this is obviously like the pit stop areas. Ooh.
Contact.
Here we go. Can't see my opponent. One other person here. So it'd just be me versus this guy, and I don't know what he's flying.
2, 1, go.
And away we go.
G safe and calm staff
Ships are
disabled.
aligned and you can
Relative
feel
mode
the
engaged.
excitement.
Proximity alert.
Checkpoint.
He's in an M50.
Checkpoint.
I don't even see the point. Oh crap.
Respawning.
Origin jump works at your service. Core system operation.
G safe and calm staff
Scan
disabled.
initiated.
Relative mode engaged.
Checkpoint.
Yeah. Right. They need to fix up a matchmaking system so that, you know, I don't get matched up against an M50, because there's no way I can catch this guy unless he's a terrible pilot, and by the looks of it, he's better than me. But even then, he doesn't need to be that much better than me,
To those
because
of you thinking of becoming pilots, this race should be considered a prime example of how not to win races. And around we go, for another lap.
you know, like,
Some pilots really
he's
have
just
the
faster
race.
than me.
They might
Oh
want to
crap.
rethink any plans to buy a lottery ticket to
Origin
Respawning.
jump works at your service.
G safe and calm staff disabled.
Operational.
Relative mode engaged.
nicely done.
Checkpoint.
Yeah, this guy's probably going to overtake me.
Checkpoint.
Mainly because I've died stupidly, but...
Start time for reintegration.
Respawning.
Today's race is turning out to be a
Origin jump works
G safe
at
and
your
calm
service.
staff
Core
disabled.
system
Relative mode
operation.
engaged.
Wow. So I do a sub 1 minute 25 lap.
Checkpoint.
Do a sub 1 minute 25 lap, the time trial. And I can't even finish the race in under 2 minutes. No, I gotta focus.
We've got one lap remaining and one last chance for these pilots to prove themselves. We're seeing a lot of ships struggling to get a hold of this track today. Some pilots try to win through pure speed, others with precision.
Respawning.
And by the looks of it, we have a few pilots.
Origin jump works
G safe
at
and
your
calm
service.
staff
Core
disabled.
system
Relative
operational.
mode engaged.
That was hot.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave this match. This is pointless. 1, I'm doing terrible, and 2, using an M50. I can't. This isn't a competition. Mm. But once again, pre-alpha, all that jazz. Kind of getting annoying though. First racing match, and it's against an M50. It's not the other guy's fault. Like, he doesn't know who he's going to get matched up with. I don't know who I'm going to get matched up with. You know, for all I know, I'm probably the first person that he's been able to fly against, because nobody else is going into those matches. And, you know, like, nobody else is going to be able to get M50s or 350Rs because they're being taken off sale. So even if somebody had the money and wanted to get the ship, they couldn't. Not until it goes on sale again. So there's no real way that some people can now be competitive in racing unless they're on at the right time. Hopefully though, private matches, when they get those up and running properly again, that will fix it. We won't have the case where you going into a match against unknowns, like you can get your friends and jump into a private match together and go, alright, Auroras only. Alrighty, well, I think I might finish up the stream there. It's been an hour. I'm a very long streamer, as you guys who watch know. I would have liked to have finished on a better note than having to race a 350, correction, an M50 though, but you know, them's the breaks. There's my Aurora Legionnaire. You know, I'm not a big fan of the Aurora, but I like the look of the Legionnaire. Even when it's like still got another 2 gun mounts that should be on it. But it looks like a meaner version of the Aurora, and I guess that's what it's supposed to be, but I like that. But as soon as I get the chance, I am melting this and getting a Mustang. Because as far as I'm concerned, the Mustang is cooler. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my stream. Thank you very much. These will just be pretty much the closing notes while I walk around, looking at various things. So my CPU. I'm talking about my computer while I'm just closing off. I'm upgrading my motherboard and CPU first. I'm looking at getting. I've already ordered the motherboard. It's an AEST Z97 Anniversary Edition, and I've gotten that one with a view to, as the game progresses through its stages, upgrading various components of my computer so that I can keep up with it. And the AEST Z97 supports the 5th generation i7 CPUs as well, so that's one reason why I've gotten it. That, and it's fairly cheap, and it'll do what I need it to do. Unfortunately I don't make a lot of money, don't make any money at the moment, and got a lot of old stuff laying around the house that I've just been selling off that I don't need nor use, which has enabled me to be able to purchase a motherboard, and I will have enough money in a couple of weeks for my CPU. So yeah, that's in the works there. I'm hoping with a better CPU I'll be able to, the game will run a lot better. After that it'll be an SSD and then some RAM, and then after that I believe is a graphics card, which is going to take a while because I gotta keep saving money. I don't know if I should do a competition or not. I might not. I'm gonna have a little bit of money left over. I'm thinking of just like putting it aside and using that for the next upgrade item that I need for my computer. But at the same time, like, I want to do a bit more with this stream, like try and encourage some more viewers to come and watch, because, well, actually at the moment I can't tell how many viewers are watching me because I can't actually run Twitch, OBS and my Star Citizen going at the same time. One, my GPU's not having a good time with it, and 2, my CPU is also not having a good time with it, so hopefully with the upgraded CPU it'll take a bit of pressure off my GPU, and then once I upgrade the GPU it'll be a lot better. So I'm actually not sure how many people are actually watching me at the moment, if anyone at all. That doesn't faze me, like, I'm not here to get heaps and heaps of viewers, just share this game with other people. I don't know, one way of doing that is by having, you know, small competitions with prizes. My personal thoughts, you guys, if you've watched my previous stream, I believe it was the one that I did last week, talking about my thoughts on running a race, which is something that I still want to do. I want to run a, you know, the Mongrel Aurora Cup for those who have game packages already, but what I might do is I might actually try and do a pre-competition to that to allow people to try and enter. And I don't know what the prize is going to be for the Mongrel Aurora Cup anymore, because I wasn't able to get hold of a M50 or a 350R. So it might end up just being a gift certificate of some sort. But my plan is, for the short term, upgrade my computer. Just the motherboard and CPU for now. And then after that, that's when I may consider holding a competition. Just buy a basic Aurora package, maybe. Offer that up. Try and get some viewers on. Offer that up, see if I can get somebody else into the game, really. Like, that's the main reason why I want to do it, is like, I want other people to play this game. You know, get other people playing the game, you know, be able to play this game with them. I've got a few friends that are interested in the game as well, but they're not... It's not that they wouldn't play this game at all, it's that they wouldn't play the game as it's standing right now, to the extent that I have been. But yeah. So, this is pretty much the end of the stream. Gotta wait for the elevator here. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. I'm hoping in the next couple of weeks that it will improve immensely with a better CPU. Actually, it should be next week sometime. Keep forgetting that a week's already gone by. Time flies when you're having fun, I guess. I would like to do longer streams, but at the same time, you know, like, I prefer to do Battle Royale, you know, combat stuff. Racing is fun for me, but I prefer time trials. And as you guys saw right then, like, if I get into a race with an M50, like, it's not even a competition really, it's, I end up just getting my ass kicked. There's my Avenger poster there. Correction, that's not the Avenger. Hornet. That's my Hornet poster there, 2 Hornets there. I could do small competitions like that as well. Like daily competitions. Buy some hanger flare and then... Actually, I don't know if I can gift hanger flare. I might be able to. I'll have to look into it. But, you know, like, do a daily competition where, you know, you win like a piece of hanger flare. And then do a larger competition to try and get somebody else into the game, someone new, someone that hasn't played it before. But yeah, that's pretty much my stream done for the like 10th time that I've said it. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. I'll be posting this to my YouTube channel later on, and yeah, I will catch you guys at my next stream. Thank you very much.